Okay, so the next thing I wanted to do was look at LinkedIn and what it could and couldn't do. And we've seen that LinkedIn can go and it grabs, company profiles, and it can grab, a person's profile and enrich your CRM data and your email marketing, all kinds of really cool things that you can do to go figure out who people are. So I thought, there's this weird thing that happens when I post shorts on LinkedIn, and every once in a while, depending who I post to, these kind of really kind of, we talk about AI slop on the internet. These kind of pablum, you know, boxed replies come, and it's like, "Hey, Todd Merle, it's great when you said blah blah. Your use of blah 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 was awesome." And it's like, well, I didn't say that. The guest said that. There's probably some like AI kind of camping on me and putting posts in there in replies and comments, which, that's all right. It's all good. Getting traction. Somebody's camping on me and then automating it. Hey, could I do that? And can I do a much better job writing some kind of really sophisticated AI agent, doing all kinds of research on people? So I thought, okay, let's see what LinkedIn can do. So a little disappointing, but maybe, hold this place for further research, So generate a list of everyone who's commented on any of my recent posts for LinkedIn. Boy, that'd be awesome if that worked. So what do we have? We have, 17 tools on LinkedIn, get organization, members, add. Oh, that's kind of fun. We could do add things, delete a post, create a post, so it can manage your social media, but then there's kind of a limit here right now. And I think LinkedIn's kind of getting a little irritated. And it's another thing. So LinkedIn is in that Microsoft family, right? So LinkedIn is a Microsoft property. Microsoft also is a heavy investor in OpenAI and then therefore ChatGPT. So you kind of have to wonder, certain things are going to work a lot better or worse depending on which ecosystem. This is like Google versus Microsoft, or Apple versus Microsoft, or Dell versus Mac. Anyways, I'm rambling. It says, "Hey, I can't. I can help you get a list," and then it used a tool, and then it said, "Nah, actually, I can't." Go manual. I was like, "Oh man, okay." And then use LinkedIn to retrieve the last post from Andreessen Horowitz, because that's somebody I'm looking at. And so, okay, found the organization. All right, that's awesome. And then they said, "Yeah, we really can't. Here's their page." Yeah, okay, trying to be helpful there. Limited. And they told me all the comments on my last post, and it said, "I can't find it." And then I said, "All right, dang it, who commented on this post here?" And it said, "Okay, we'll go look it up. I know how to use this number here, URN, and retrieve comments and shares function." Okay, now we're talking, right? Let's see if it can do this. And it said, there are no comments, but it could mean it's too new. There's no comments. Privacy setting or visibility might be a problem, or the URN might have changed. I thought, okay, maybe there's a different way to do this. So, I said, here it is. Grab this URL, and then Teja's post. There's like a lot of engagement here. Wow, that's pretty cool. But not many impressions. And then look at all these comments. Very cool. Yeah. So, what's going on there? I don't know. So we'll have to figure that out and see if we can't, figure out some kind of weird permission thing. But I definitely think there's a pony here where we could, have an AI agent post things on a cadence, such as from your Google Calendar or from a Notion task board. You could set up some stuff there. I think there's a lot of interesting fodder that we could explore with LinkedIn. It's not totally useless, but some of these tools are raw and they are a little bit finicky, and then it's just going to require a little bit of experimentation to figure out what's going on. I don't know. See if we can't figure that out.